Tucked away in the Shenandoah Valley, Harrisonburg, Virginia, home to James Madison, father of the Constitution, and mother of some of the most electric crowds in all of college football when they come out to support the Dukes. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we see the number 7 team in the country, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the 11th ranked team in the land, the James Madison Dukes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Dukes will put total leather to crank us up. He'll bring it out. It's Smith. Slips through the line. He's on the loose. Can they catch him? Just an outstanding return there and really sets up his offense nicely. Line gets set. First down. Run in the red zone. It's Keith. Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4, it's down at the 15. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
Little touch pass to the receiver. Keeps the legs moving. Give him 6 on the play. They'll mark it at the 9.
And that play is essentially like a jet sweep, right? This offense is going to run the football conventionally. They'll do it between the tackles. They'll do it outside. But there's a lot of different creative ways they can get their playmakers the football in the running game. And I think that was an example of what you saw right there.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. This quarterback part of their running game.
Ball carried by the quarterback. Picks up 3. First and goal, USA.
The Bulls will try to put one on the board on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Bulls! He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
South Florida, 7. James Madison, 0.
So the kick goes out of bounds, and the ball will be placed at the 40 to start this drive. First down here for the offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback now breaking the field. And he'll just get rid of that one.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. They've got some work to do on this 3rd and long from the 40. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Barnett. Floating away. He'll try to do it himself. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Dukes will punt this one away. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Offense gets set for second down. Out of the gun to give to the back. Got room at the 35. What a good run there. He has enough for the first down.
All right, well, look, I know the defense was feeling real good about their run D coming into this one and how they've been playing up to this point. But finally, David, the offense breaks through and they finally generate something positive on the ground.
And I can't tell you how easy it is. When you're going to throw the ball consistently, and I know it, I'm going to pin my ears back and I'm going to get to the quarterback. It makes life really easy on the defensive line. But when you can have balance, now the defense doesn't know what's coming. They need more of this if they're going to be successful on offense.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Here's the handoff. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They're facing a 3rd down. Brown wants to pass. Working that left side now. He's got first down yardage as they move it to the 44.
QBs, when you see zone coverage, man, can you manipulate defense when you have a good pocket and you've got time to throw. He had a little bit of time to throw. You can move guys with your eyes. That drag comes wide open. Good throw, good catch, first down.
Crosses the 30, he's got away. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Running back with the carry. Brought down at the 20-yard line. 2nd down coming up.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Caught near the sticks. It's Keith. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. And the Bulls trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. They'll leave it with the lone back. They get him down, but not before he picks up 6 to the 7-yard line.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He works his way ever closer, all the way down to the 1-yard line.
Well, he gets tackled down at the 1-yard line, so offensively, do you feel confident enough on 3rd here trying to hand it off again?
Yeah, and I'm taking both these downs, and I'm coming downhill. I'm running the football, trying to get this in the end zone. I only got a yard to go. I got to be physical.
They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit from the right hash, and this distance makes that angle not quite so severe. And that is no good. And the margin is still 7 after the miss, guys.
That's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in this slip.
Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. Wide receiver now comes in motion. From the gun, the ground game. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
The end of the first quarter. With the score, South Florida 7, James Madison 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. To the air, it's Barnett. Unloads it left. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes cornerbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
The Dukes will call on their punt team. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Running it back, it's Smith. The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish strong.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Hands it off. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, and getting in the backfield and making the tackle for a loss.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Pulls it in. It's Smith. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. Using his feet. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. A field goal attempt from here would just be 48 yards, but they'll try to move the chains on 4th down and short. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game's 4th and inches, and he'd signal in red Snoopy. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
The Bulls are moving quickly down the field. He wants to throw. Keeps looking downfield. Got it in the middle. It's Smith. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
This defense has got to be better in coverage. You want to get off the field, you got to keep defending. You got to do something to make the offense feel uncomfortable. So far, way too easy for this offense.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Smashes through. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bulls.
Number 9 in the end zone.
Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point makes it 14-0. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Florida State is down, but they are not out of it. Not there inside Doak Campbell Stadium, one of the more special places to watch a game in all of college football. They're trailing by 10 to Utah. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business. Gentlemen?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
Looking for a man. It's Barnett. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
These guys aren't human. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense now.
He tried to find some running room, but they get him stopped.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Wants to fire on second down. Trying to escape and get it himself. They get him down after the scramble, but he's able to pick up a few and turn it into a positive play.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And they can't make the play on third down.
That is not good news for this offense, guys. I mean, the defense only brought 3 on that play, and they were still able to get after the quarterback. This O-line has got to play better.
When you're around midfield, there's not really much of a choice. Go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Wide open downfield. And this junior loves to show off that big arm. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. He's moving out of the pocket. They finally get him on the ground, but not before he rips off enough for a first down. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Dukes will have it 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Just couldn't get away from the tackle. The defense calls the timeout. Their second of the day as they try to get their act together.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Dialing up a second down pass play. Here he goes breaking the pocket. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
And that is your job. The O-line has to protect their quarterback. That's the most important position on the field. You got to make sure you keep him upright. You got to do a better job.
The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've methodically worked the ball down the field. 11th play of the drive coming up, but this one 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Unloads to the wideout. Touchdown, Dukes! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And after the extra point, they've cut the lead in half, down 14-7. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. Coming out with it, it's Smith. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a first down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode to try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
Brown will throw it. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And the ball is picked off. And they come up with a big play to make sure no more points go on the board before the end of the half.
Nice read, nice break. Good job by the defender understanding that ball had some air underneath it. Takes advantage of it, goes and makes the big play.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Throws to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
Yeah, and a really good job by the defender understanding the ball's coming. I got to break on it and go and not try to intercept it and make a bad play. He swats it down and makes sure that's an incompletion.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Caught in the backfield, it's Graves. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. They're trying to get to it. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
14, James Madison, 7.
Just about set to kick it away.
Set to kick it off.
He'll bring it out. It's Graves. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments. They've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman and being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you just
He's got it downfield for a huge gain. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36. They don't seem interested in inching the ball down the field. That big play sets him up. 1st and 10 from the 36. They'll give it to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And credit to the offense, sticking with the run, but, man, it's not working. And this defense is not budging, and we've seen them all season. They've been so dominant. I do think it's going to have to come through the air, and you're going to have to turn your quarterback loose, let him rip the football, because this defense is so stout against the run.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Looking downfield, it's Barnett. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Doesn't take this defense a lot of time to get to the quarterback, man. They've got speed all over the place. They hit him so quickly, and because of that, the ball falls incomplete.
A 3rd and long coming up here. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Oh, what a move to get open. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one.
Well, how about this offense? What are you thinking as a defense right now? I'm thinking pass, bringing in guys, making sure I stay deep, playing for the pass, and they run the run right at him. Kind of catch him off guard, get the big yardage, big play, 1st down for this offense.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the 1st down without getting it into the end zone. He's looking for a man on 2nd down. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes that do it with ease.
Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. Motion from the offense. They'll try to get it through the air. Well, the quarterback can make a big play when he starts moving around. Didn't have anything working and just had to throw it away on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They've already converted a 4th down in this game. They'll try to make it 2 for 2. Wide out in motion. Quarterback checking the play. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, James Madison. I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. Here he comes with the return. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. South Florida has it back, and the Bulls offense will return to the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
The RPO, fire complete to the left. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd down.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line. Brown wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it.
I tell you, this slot receiver, he really does give his quarterback a nice option. Runs really good routes. He's got nice hands, and you saw it on that last play.
Looking to throw it again. Dances away to buy time. On the move at the 30. Big pickup before he goes out of bounds, but there is a flag. We'll have to see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And the Bulls will try to punch it in on 1st and goal. In the red area, it's Keith. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
And down here near the goal line, you got to be physical. And this guy's proven it today, Palmer. They've given it to him. He's put it in the end zone twice already. I'm going to keep featuring him.
So you know the defense is going to be key.
Touchdown, USF! And with that one, they jump on top here in the second half.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
21, James Madison, 14.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He's able to work his way across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Fires to the right. Or did he find a hole in that secondary? That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
And this guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. He lofts one down the sideline. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. From the gun, running back gets to give. At the 35, he's open. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Might as well give it to him again. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, South Florida, 21, James Madison, 14.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. Right down the middle. And the ball is intercepted. And he's brought down after the pick, but not before putting his offense in business.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
That's a big stop for the defense. That running back has had so much success. You're down in the football game. You need to get the ball back to your offense. You create a play like this. This will get the fires going, get the juices going. Now we got to go get a few more.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Brown will throw it. Trying to beat the D deep. And they can't hook up. Going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down.
And last week was great for this young man. But, man, again, showing you he can do it at a high level. Just working the whole field, using different guys. He is absolutely on fire right now.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Smith. Can anyone catch him? The 20. The 10. Touchdown, South Florida. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Florida State is just getting crushed today, and this is in front of a full house in Tallahassee. There are children there, folks. They should not be subjected to this. They're trailing by 24 to Utah. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. James Madison sends the offense back onto the field. The give out of the gun. Steamrolls his way ahead.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Unloads to the wideout. A strike downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. The Dukes in the hurry-up.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Trying play action. Feeling some heat. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Buys a little time. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
There's a couple of ways to deal with quarterbacks that can run like that so well. QB contain. Keep those ends outside and wide. Keep them in the pocket. And put a spy on him. Put a guy in the middle of the field who's really fast that has the ability to go get that guy when he takes off in situations like this.
That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Got it back on 2nd and goal. Just hammer it with this running back again, and he noses his way into the end zone. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
James Madison, 21.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. South Florida ready to send the offense back onto the field. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Brown wants to pass. Quarterback on the move, still looking. It's complete to the right. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Yeah, Nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man, when you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, there's the offense trying to take advantage of this running back speed. I like the call. Hand off to the left, to the outside. Put him in space and let him go to work.
The Bulls have this offense rolling. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. And the Bulls come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Going to the run, it's Keith. Not a lot of room down here. He's able to pick up 2. It's down at the 12. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Just feeds the running back. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls! That one ought to give them firm control of this game, and they have gotten things going here, about to move to 4-1. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th.
James Madison, 21.
And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Guys, James Madison ready to go back on the attack. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute it.
And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. And the defense has got it, and they're bringing it back. Touchdown, Bulls. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. Things a little more comfortable after that score, and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
James Madison, 21.
Oh, right through his fingers, he muffed it. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He'll start this drive firing. He's going up top here late in the game. The receiver was doubled, and they picked it off.
This is a beautiful situation for the defense. When you're up by 2+ scores and you're in this situation, you know exactly what is coming. It's going to be a pass. They have to, because the clock is their enemy. Great job playing pass, forcing the interception, almost putting the nail in the coffin.
He turns this into a nice gain and gets down to avoid the hit. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Brown will throw it. Fires to the wideout. How about getting the foot down on that throw for the big completion? That last catch puts him over 150 yards receiving on the day.
Reese, this defense has no answer for this guy. And it doesn't matter where he's lined up or what routes he's run or who's been covering him. They just can't stop him.
He makes a catch. Touchdown, USF. And the pummeling has started. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
From inside the 15, chance for a good return. Wide open, and it's a foot race. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Dukes. Boy, nothing electrifies a stadium quite like a return for a touchdown.
It's always so exciting because you don't see them very often. You got to go so many yards, 80, 90 yards at a time. What a great job by the returner, showing the speed, providing the electricity. There's a reason they're all jacked up, and it's because of that awesome kickoff return.
Wants to go up top. Makes the grab for the two-point conversion as they cut further into that lead. That last one just the way you draw up a kickoff return. 87 yards, and he housed it. At this point, a comeback would take one of the biggest miracles in the history of the sport, but they'll line up for the onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time when you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Brown wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
He looks that one in nicely. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
Grab near the marker. It's Smith. Timeout is called. Clock stops. 13 seconds to go in the game.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game long. On a critical third down here in the fourth quarter. Surprise, surprise. Guess who they go to? That guy.
He's looking to throw. Touchdown, South Florida. And the beatdown has ensued. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
South Florida, 56. James Madison, 29.
From inside the 15, here's the return. Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32.
James Madison Dukes will take over. First and 10.
And here we go. Final play of the game right here. And I don't think they got it snapped before the play clock ran out. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. So after stumbling around a bit earlier this season, they put together 3 consecutive wins and seem to have righted the ship.
Dang right. How do you handle adversity? Every coach talks about that. They dealt with it now. They got the loss.